Hello, let's talk about stress. What are the three types of stress and how stress becomes toxic? My name is Tanya, and I help clients recover from the effects of toxic stress. Let's start with this. Research divides stress in three types: positive, tolerable, and toxic. I'll explain each of them and give an example, symptoms of toxic stress, and what is a way forward towards recovery. Let's start with positive stress. It's a short-term stress and has mild effects on your body and mind. For example, you're moving a house, you need the energy resource in the form of stress to mobilize. This stress keeps you alert, enhances your focus, your reaction time is quicker. This stress increases your strength and stamina. Physical manifestation of positive stress is faster heartbeat, elevated blood pressure, your senses sharpen. In all, you're positively mobilized for a task. When the task is done, the stress is gone. You might even enjoy the stress as you feel more alive and energized. Other example of positive stress, marriage, graduation, moving countries, buying a home, or having a child. For me, for example, starting a business and being frustrated about doing social media, learning social media marketing is my example of positive stress. Important to understand with positive stress is that you can have anxiety, intense feelings like frustration, but they resolve quickly and you go back to healthy functioning. What is your example of positive stress? Let's move on to tolerable stress. It's more serious than positive stress, but it still involves temporary stress alertness. You have resources, mental, emotional, physical, to deal with stress. You have healthy support in your social environment. You're not alone. Examples of tolerable stress are death in the family, serious illness. You can recover from this stress through the support system and supportive relationships. Tolerable stress has a more significant effect on your body, but your body can move into healthy functioning after the stressor is resolved. Toxic stress. Toxic stress is chronic, long-term. It doesn't go away in the absence of stresses or triggers. Your body got stuck in high stress alert for many years, often since childhood. This stress overwhelms you. Toxic stress syndrome is not a symptom. It's a disease that has symptoms. What this disease does is it decreases our quality of life, causes constant inflammation, and leads to emotional and physical issues. Some symptoms of toxic stress are strong feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. Other symptoms are high anxiety, high emotional reactivity, inability to feel positive emotions, addictions. There is a strong link between addictions and toxic stress. The fact that you left the toxic situation doesn't mean toxic stress goes away. Toxic stress response was created in your childhood nervous system, and the nervous system got stuck in the high stress alert. Important to understand that our nervous systems, due to the levels of toxic stress, become maladaptive and inflexible. The stress that we carry is heightened in its nature. Our body is overwhelmed by toxins, chemicals of stress, and it keeps overwhelming us in our adult life. Let's look at an example of high emotional reactivity, which is a symptom of toxic stress. Internally, you are on a high reactive alert and you have less stress resilience. You have a tendency to react to everyday situations like work problems or traffic or things just happen in life with heightened stress. You're vulnerable to anxiety and depression. Toxic stress is treatable, but it's important to understand that it manifests differently for different people. As I said, it's not a symptom, it's a disease that has different symptoms. So treatment for toxic stress is going to be highly individualized. If the symptoms of your toxic stress are high anxiety, high emotional reactivity, inability to feel positive emotions, high sensitivity to rejection, you can start by focusing on those, healing them, seeking individualized support, becoming more aware of that connection between the symptoms that you experience and level of toxic stress that you hold in your system is important and it helps. Today, how does toxic stress manifest in you? This is the question I would love you to answer. Thank you.